Everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people, that's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. TGIF, thank goodness it's Friday. Friday morning here does mean usually tonight something quite dramatic is going to happen, so let's just hold our breath and see where it goes. Yeah, and I do apologise. Few bags under the eyes. Spotty dogs going through the process of the last, weeks, month maybe, of cancer. Still loving life, still enjoying his food, still going for walks, but he's starting to get very restless at night. So I'll be popping to the vets after these readings to pick up some nighttime medication. He's been on morning medication for pain relief and anti-inflammatory. I mean, he's 14 years old. We weren't going to put him through serious surgery and radiotherapy and all that sort of not fun stuff at his age. So they're prescribing him some nighttime pain relief and with a mild sedative in it as well, because he was up all night pacing and we want to keep him as comfortable as possible. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? List of a few things today to look at. First of all, I think I might go to the Iranian-linked hackers claiming responsibility for the attack on the medical device maker Stryker. It's not just in the US, it's worldwide. Has operations in 61 countries. And what's happened, apparently the attack has caused disruption and limitations of access to some systems, and a timeline for full restoration is unknown. Staff and contractors have said in social media that the logo of an Iranian-linked hacking page has appeared on the company login pages. So where on earth does this go? And to be honest, I'm actually surprised that that they haven't done more. And I noticed that was 222 when I said that. Actually, it was really interesting. I was driving yesterday talking to my daughter, and I said, I'm really shocked that the orange twerp hasn't been taken out by an attempt yet. I know there's been allegedly a few, but I was really surprised that he hadn't actually been taken out. And sorry, just move you back a little bit there. And I glanced at the clock and it was 1111. So there's a lot of angel numbers appearing at the moment. So let's see how things go. Okay, so I want to have a look at these. What do we need to know about these cyber attacks on Stryker? Are there going to be more? I'm going to use the Gilded Tarot Royale. As I said, I'm surprised there haven't been more, such as on utilities, etc. I'm going to say it's only a matter of time, and I do wonder if it's going to be the banking system with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Pentacles there. Stock market, banking system, something to do with finances is what I'm getting there. Okay, so I suspect now, I have said if you can, take a little bit of extra cash out. Oh, I've got the Hermit and the Two of Swords on the bottom. My guides will tell me to look at the bottom cards when they want to make a point about something on those bottom cards when I split the deck. This is very much about being stopped in the tracks and isolated, shining a light on the snake in the path. But yeah, very much there is nowhere to go on this path with this perpetual snake that's here. So, and then we've got the Two of Swords, which is very much about swords being air energy, some sort of block. Okay, so if you can, even if it's just $50, $100 or something like that, I would probably recommend getting some cash, some actual cash out of the bank. Okay, it doesn't mean a run on the bank, doesn't mean you have to take it all out, but because it will resolve eventually, but just enough. So if you have to fill up your car at, my daughter put some in my hybrid the other day, and a quarter of a tank was what it would have cost to fill, over half a tank just a week ago. Okay, so, and then I saw the Six of Pentacles, which is very much about money being stopped. So I'm just going to say take some extra money out, enough to cover filling up your petrol tank if you need to, or to buy some groceries if you need to, until things, when I say things get sorted, I mean the banks will very quickly do a workaround, but it might take a few days. So what do we need to know about these cyber attacks? I'm not panicking anybody, okay, but we've got the High Priestess as the first energy out of here. She is floating on air. It is an air energy card. um Hidden agendas, something that's in the planning, in the works, that will be exposed. Okay. Oh boy, challenged by the Page of Pentacles, which is very much information about money. I do feel that, yeah, okay, that's what I'm getting. Wonder why they gave me these cards instead of the Golden Universal, which are my money cards. But anyhow, yeah, the challenge is going to be the Page of Pentacles, a reduction in the money that can be taken out potentially, or the ability to take money out. Okay, the energy stewing in at the moment is having to go back to a simpler time, having to uh, go back to basics pretty much. That's all I can say. Go back to I remember when I was a girl and had a mortgage. I used to have to spend back in my early 20s, used to have to go to stand in line at the bank to um, take out, to have a check from that bank to pay my mortgage. Used to spend my whole lunch hour standing in the queue at the bank to be able to pay my mortgage with a check from that actual bank. So this is sort of vibes I'm getting from this, having to go back to, and I'm going to say analog days. Doesn't mean you need a checkbook or anything like that. I don't think in Australia the banks issue checkbooks anymore. But yeah, it's got that feel of having to go back to analog days. Interestingly enough, actually, while I say that, daughter and I were watching The Pit. I enjoy The Pit, Pitt. Reminds me of the good old days when ER first came on television. In regards to sort of hospital, real hospital drama and the rest of it. And they had a cyber attack in the TV show prior to this striker thing happening, obviously, because it was recorded ages ago, where they had to go back to whiteboards and clipboard charts and paper slips and fax machines and stuff. That's what this has got the feels of. Okay, not trying to frighten you, but I'm just putting it out there. In the past, we've got this Queen of the Empress, which is my Russia card. We know Russia and Iran are fairly closely linked, but this also is also about the birth of something new, and we know birth can be painful. Okay, so let's see where this goes. Crowning the reading. Multi-pronged attacks against the firewalls, etc. is what I'm getting there. I think they're going to succeed. Ten of Swords. The higher authorities, the Hierophant. Now, I don't know whether this will just be the US or whether it'll be worldwide. This could be Congress, emergency meeting, or this could be bank executives or something along those lines. But this is higher authority energy, high authority holding the keys to be able to go forward. Let's see where we go. And the Page of Swords. Okay. Okay, this is the, okay, I'm just going to put it this way. If I say the cumbersome banking energy that is working, I know it's modern with online banking and all the rest of it, but it feels old school. It feels heavy, it feels cumbersome, versus the nimbleness with this Page of Swords here. The nimbleness of the attack or something getting through. I am just going to make a little side snippet on that, a little squirrel moment. One of my lovely viewers sent me some news articles saying that the takeout of the girls' school was due to old information, like about 10 years old, intelligence information. And we were having a little bit of a conversation about it. And what I'm really getting in regards to what is happening at the moment in the Middle East is that you've got the US military and the regime, which has been perpetuated over decades, is very much like the schoolyard bully that is oversized for their age. That when we all knew bullies like this in school, especially in primary school, that would just think that would just um, pound those that they wanted to pick on because they were bigger and stronger. What it feels like now with what's happening in the Middle East is the US military and the US regime, and I said this the other day, they're fighting a 20th century war in the 21st century. It feels like the US is this, you know, it's an arrogance of due to the size and the firepower. But it's like the bullies suddenly come across some kid, scrawny little kid that's half their size, that's been learning martial arts since they could crawl. And so you've got this nimble ninja running circles around, and so the big bully's flailing. This is what it's feeling like with the banking systems as well, is you've got this, this arrogance of the um, the authority of the old hierarchical system versus the nimbleness of the Page of Swords. Okay, let's see where it goes. Hopes and fears, the Star of Hope. Yes, we are hoping that it sorts itself out. She is pouring from the two jugs here, trying to rebalance as well. The Star of Hope and Healing. Let's see where it goes. Okay, the World card. What we knew is changing. Those that will do well in this change are those that are flexible and those that are prepared to accept change. The world, this is going to possibly be a worldwide issue, but it's also bringing an end of an era of this energy as we step through into a new beginning. Okay, the Sun card. Oh, goodness me, look at those three major arcana to end with. Big Yes card, big Exposure card, and then we've got the Hermit, again being stopped in the tracks by the snake. And then we've got the Five of Swords. Betrayal, deceit, bullying, win at any cost, stealing of the swords. But this also could be being air energy over the airways. Stealing over the airways. Okay. Just seeing what's on the bottom there, pretty much continues the story. We've got the Knight of Pentacles struggling to move forward, the Knight of Cups, an offer coming, you do this and we'll do that. Three of Pentacles, it is about coming together behind the scenes in regards to money, big money, but the way money was transacted is going to be, I think, coming to an end. You've got the Magician, you've got the Chariot, you've got the Page of Pentacles being locked out. This is also my moral, financial and ethical corruption card with the military and the manipulation here. This is also a dark money card, not liking what's on offer with the Four of Cups. Trying to hold on to what was with the Four of Pentacles, but you've got the feminine energy coming forward with the Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, and something new rising out of uh, this death card ending. So new opportunities, death card, Queen of Pentacles. Look at the Queens here as well as the Empress and the Ace of Wands. New way of doing things. Okay, so I'm just going to say don't panic, but do not be surprised. I'm feeling like the next they've attacked. They've basically said we can do this, and the demand from the Iranian regime. I don't support them in the slightest. They don't get me off on that track at all. I don't support their horrific oppression of women, etc., in Iran in the past at all. But I'm just here to say this regime in the US is not much better. As one of my lovely viewers sent me a copy of the patch that the guards at Alligator Alcatraz wear, and it's literally the Grim Reaper with an alligator skeletonized alligator. It's like, okay, so the Iranian regime has demanded, basically said, look, this is what we can do, and demanded that all US bases in the region get shut down and evacuated. The all non-essential Australian staff have been removed from Israel, embassy staff and etc., governmental staff. They're down to the bare bones skeleton crew of absolutely essentials to try and support any Australians that are still trapped over there. It just tells you that things are worse than what the mainstream media is letting on. Okay, so what do we need to know going forward? What do we need to know going forward in regards to potentially more cyber attacks? So I'm not getting that they're going to hit the utilities. The same reason why they're not really hitting the desalination plants, because okay, the word I'm getting is they see that as being cowardly, hitting desalination plants, hitting vital utility infrastructure. Whoever's organising this, the word I'm getting is they perceive that as cowardly. Okay, but okay, what do we need to know? Come on down. Queen of Pentacles, have some cash on hand, because I think the flow is going to be stopped. With the Six of Pentacles, Tower moment, and the Lover's card, this fading misogynistic energy, inability to get access to money, and demanding surrender. So Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, and then the Ace of Wands. New messaging, new plan, new information, something, yeah, demanding a surrender here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We've then got the Moon and the Devil. Secrets being revealed about the Devil. And then the infighting starts good and proper. Lies coming in from overseas about a stolen victory and the Emperor. Yep. Okay. Can I just say, I'm just going to say, please make sure you have enough food for you, your animals, and your car's full of fuel if you can, or means not to use a vehicle, and have some cash on hand. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully I'm wrong. I shall catch you shortly.